Good morning, students. Today I am going to explain you about the last concept of this lesson, that is the conditional statement and its converse. Students, you learned this already in the English subject. Okay, now see, all of you know that if then. Okay, the statement which can be written in the form of if then called as a conditional statement. The part of the statement following if is called as a antecedent, and the part of the statement following then is called as a consequent. If the antecedent and the consequent is in the given conditional statement are interchanged, the resulting statement is called as a converse of given statement. The resulting statement is called as a converse of the given statement. Some self-evident geometrical statements are called as a postulates. Already self-evident geometrical statement called as a postulates, and the logical argument to prove a theorem is called as a proof. Biologically, how you prove that, it's called as a proof, and the property which are proved logically called as a theorem. The property which are proved logically called as a theorem, and the logical argument to prove the theorem, which logical argument we are used to prove the theorem, called as a proof. When we are going to prove that a conditional statement is true, its antecedent is called as a given part. When the conditional statement is true, then antecedents means the part which is following if, it's called as a the part to be proved. This is a given part, and the consequent is called as a part to be proved. The statement which is antecedent called as a given part, and the statement which is consequent is called as the part to be proved. There are two types of proof in our geometry, that is direct proof and indirect proof. Now see, some of the Euclid postulates are given below. These are the postulates. What is meant by postulates? The postulates means a self-evident geometrical statement. The scientist who given a self-evident geometrical statement called as a postulates. For example, this, there are infinite number of lines passing through a point. From one point we can pass infinite line. So proof of this what? Nothing. Practical proved. There is one and only one line passing through two distinct points. If 2 points are there, then from that 2 point there is only one line we can draw. A circle of a given radius can be drawn taking any point as its center. Yes. The circle of given radius can be drawn taking any point at its center. If you are taking this point, you can draw a circle. Okay. Now, if two interior angles form one side of a transversal of a two lines and up to the less than two right angle, then the line produced in they are intersecting each other. Now see, L and M, these are the two lines, and here is a transversal. The angle formed at the interior are A and B. If A and B, they are not equal to 180. A plus B is not equal to 180. It means that the line L intersect line M. L and M are intersecting at a point. If they are equal to 180, means they are parallel. That afterwards we will see. Now see the theorem. In a pair of intersecting line, the vertical opposite angles are equal. Vertical opposite angle means angle AOC. Now these AB and CD are the two lines intersecting at the point O. Okay, so line AB and CD intersect each other at the point O. So AOB and COD. So prove that angle OC, we have to prove that angle AOC is equal to angle BOD, and angle AOD is equal to angle BOC. What is proof? Now see, if you are taking this one line and this is one of the ray, so angle AOC plus of angle AOD, these two angles are linear pair. Similarly, angle COB and angle BOD, these two angles are also 180. So because the angle in a linear pair. So from first and second, RHS is same, therefore we can write LHS also same. And if you are observing that these two sides, your AOD and this AOD is cancel out, what you will get? You will get angle AOC is equal to angle BOD. Similarly, we can prove that angle AOD is equal to angle BOC. Okay, it means that the theorem is what? Simple theorem. This is the first theorem for your syllabus. In a pair of intersecting line, the vertical opposite angles are equal. Now, some example which are based on the conditional statement. Write the following statement in if-then form. The opposite angle of parallelogram are congruent. If a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, if the quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then its opposite angles are congruent. Just that statement we have to use, we have to write by using if-then. The diagonal of rectangle are congruent. If a quadrilateral is rectangle, then its diagonal are congruent. Then its diagonal are congruent. In an isosceles triangle, the segment joining the vertex and the midpoint of the base is perpendicular to the base. What is this? If a triangle is isosceles, then the segment joining the vertex. If the triangle is isosceles, then only this property. If the quadrilateral is rectangle, then only diagonal are congruent. If the diagonal quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then opposite angles are congruent. So if then, by using if then statement, we wrote this sentence. Now converse of if then. Write the converse of following statement. The alternate angle formed by two parallel lines and their transversal are congruent. If the alternate angle made by two lines and their transversal are congruent, then what we can say that lines are parallel to each other. Okay, though if not getting, listen, always remember, firstly write the given statement if then form, and then you have to write the converse. Whatever following if, you have to write in the converse. In the converse, you have to write in the after then, and whatever writing after then, you have to write in a after if. Okay, it is totally opposite. If a pair of interior angle made by a transversal of two lines are supplementary, then the lines are parallel. If two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, then the interior angle formed by a transversal are supplementary. The diagonal of rectangle are congruent. If the diagonal of quadrilateral are congruent, then quadrilateral is a rectangle. Okay, student, don't be confused. If then and then if. If then and converse of if then. Okay, a simple sentence are there. So study this and like this, write any two if then and converse of the statement and send me up to session. Take any postulates, any statement, write if then form and converse of if then and send me up to session. Understood? That is your homework.